just when you thought that Microsoft was like dead in the water, looked like they racked up a couple of W's, maybe 3 or 4 of them. And I'm actually pretty interested in some of these things that they've done. So I'm going to talk about them really quick, give you my thoughts and opinions on them, make a, pretty full length video about these things, and we'll just go from there. I know this is my hobby channel, and I want to put some more content on it. I want to start putting some gameplay on here, some stuff that I like to play. Just put it out there, so to give you guys something to watch while I talk, because sometimes I know looking at me can be a little boring, but nevertheless, I'm going to do that. So if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, I really, really appreciate it. So you guys could get more access to what I talk about over here. Mostly it's just gaming, the VF Cast channel, and everything under the umbrella. So let's go ahead and get into these few articles. The Microsoft is doing some pretty good things the past couple weeks. First and foremost, we all know about the whole acquisition of Microsoft. I made a video about that the other day, where Microsoft basically got the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. And what really sealed the deal for me, that I knew that this was real, is when Sony signed off on it and said, you know what, we're going to sign off on the 10-year agreement for Call of Duty. Because that was the really big thing that Sony really wanted to hold on to, because they was afraid that Call of Duty was going to go exclusive to Microsoft. And that would have been kind of catastrophic, because I don't care about exclusivity either here or there. If the games where they want to, if the games are where I want to play them, I'm going to buy the console. So it doesn't really matter to me, but I get it. That's just not for everybody. But all in all, Call of Duty will be on PlayStation for the foreseeable future. I think at least 10 years. I don't think it's going to ever be exclusive. In my opinion, I think Call of Duty is going to constantly stay on the Sony platform, Nintendo platform. I will be extremely shocked if Microsoft pulled the plug on that, within the next 10 years after that deal is over. That's kind of crazy. But nevertheless, Microsoft, as far as money making, it looks like they're going to be doing something that actually, generate revenue. I mean, they're clearly not the leader in the console war, but they are actually, making moves to have some exclusivity, because Sony is like the king. I don't know if they're the king of exclusivity, because Nintendo is just Nintendo. But Sony loves to lean on exclusivity. So Microsoft never really had a foot in exclusive deals outside of like Halo, Gears, Forza, some of the old Dreamcast games that moved over to the original Xbox, those type of things, some of the rare software. But they never really had a foothold in it like Sony and Microsoft has. So they're trying to do things. The Bethesda deal, this deal, and I think they got exclusive to a whole bunch of other ones that we saw a few years ago. So they're actually trying to make some things happen there. So kudos to Microsoft. I'm not really worried about this for the most part. It is what it is. If you want to play the games on a Pacific platform, go ahead. If it's exclusive to something, and honestly, if you're not living with your mom and you got a way to make some income, man, just go out and buy, whatever games that you really want to play. Because if you really want to play them, you will get the console or whatever the case may be. The next thing Microsoft has done, they're about to unveil a new Game Pass, basically, or the Game Pass core will replace Xbox Live Gold. So it's not like it's not like a new Game Pass or whatever. So Game Pass core is going to be the usual Xbox online console multiplayer support, deals, discounts, a small new catalog, including the catalog they normally have. So it's basically just naming it to a different name, a brand or whatever the case may be. Xbox Live Gold basically for me was really awesome. I remember it in the Xbox 360 days. I really wasn't leaning on it too much because I was still more on the PlayStation 3 side, because after the original Xbox, I jumped over to PS3, touched on the Xbox 360 every now and then, but never really was into the 360 like everybody else. But nevertheless, I cannot deny Xbox games with gold was actually pretty cool outside of the PC side of things, which we don't want to get into that. But it's going to start September 1st, and this is one thing that jumped out to me that was really cool, because I made a short about this a while back about losing those games on the 360. They said in this article right here, I'll probably put the link down in the description. It says that the perk has allowed Xbox owners to grab free games monthly for a decade and add them to their content library. Any Xbox 360 titles that were redeemed in the past will be permanently kept in a library. But Xbox One titles will rely on an ongoing subscription. So basically, any game that you got on the 360, I remember I got like Forza Horizon, which is, I don't like the Horizon game. I'm a motorsport guy, but I do like the fact that I have that, because maybe one day I want to dibble and dabble with it a little bit. So a lot of games that you got from the 360 era will still be kept in a library. So I'm not sure if most of those games are backwards compatible with Xbox One or Series, but it's cool that you get to keep those games, because I was really worried about that at one point when it was like going to get rid of a lot of games. I think most of those games are purchasable games, not necessarily Game Pass or games with gold games. So the Xbox One titles, like I said, will rely on an ongoing subscription to the Xbox Game Pass Core or Game Pass Ultimate. So more than 25 games that Microsoft is including in the Game Pass Core are designed to replace games with gold, and it will add 2 or 3 times. They'll add new titles 2 or 3 times a year. So that's not too bad. I mean, like I said, Microsoft is doing a decent amount of service with Game Pass or the Game Pass Core, because I think Game Pass is a very good deal. I mean, I have Game Pass Ultimate. I use it on my Xbox. I use it on my PC, and I'm actually enjoying it. I've been enjoying it since day one, to be honest. And I think this is, once again, this is a pretty good deal. I mean, nothing's really changing. It started on September 1st or 14th. Yeah, they discontinued it on the 1st, but it's going to start on the 14th. And they're gonna be the same price, $9.99 a month or $59.99 a year. It's not, like I said, not bad at all. Finally, I didn't touch on this before, but this was a few days ago as well. Xbox is streaming over 1,400 retro games thanks to Amstream Arcade. Now, I'm not really a big fan of a lot of these games that I looked on here. I know they got Mortal Kombat 1. They have like, I think it was like Fatal Fury. They got Pit Fighter that I'm seeing. I think they got Tough Enough, but that's pretty interesting. They got Tough Enough. That's pretty cool. I've been looking at this more from the fighter game aspect, because the fighting game is the one that jumped out the most. But they do have a lot of games on it, 1,400 games that you'll be able to play and get. I think it said 1,300. Hold on. Okay, the title says 1,400, but in the article it says 1,300. It's kind of weird, but nevertheless, you're going to be playing a lot of games, from over 19 different platforms on the Xbox One and Xbox Series. So that's pretty good. I think the subscription is $29.99 or one-time $79.99 lifetime plan, which, to be honest with you, the $79.99 lifetime plan is not bad. Just depends on what's on there. It's supposed to have games already from Atari Lynx, 7800, 2600, 5200, Amiga, Amstrad. They got the Commodore 64, DOS, Genesis, MSX, MSX2, NES, PS1, SNES, and ZX Spectrum. That's pretty interesting. It's kind of weird that you have some PlayStation games on this service for Xbox, as well as NES and SNES. Weird. But I'm going to check this out and see what it's about, because I think that's pretty neat. 1,400 games, and you're going to be able to play online or play co-op at home, and you're going to get achievements. So all in all, when you look at all of this here, the whole thing with the 10-year agreement that Sony got with Microsoft, they got the the Activision Blizzard deal. Game Pass is changing over. I mean, Games with Gold is changing over to Game Pass, where it's going to be kind of like, somewhat a more of a cohesive and convenience things for gamers who are already on it. And these 1,400 games that you'll be able to play with a subscription. If I like what I see with this subscription, I may just pay the $80 and just have the lifetime plan, because I'm kind of curious if they're going to be adding games or whatever the case may be, because that will be pretty neat. The only thing about this I don't like, and I didn't mention this earlier, that it is going to be a streaming service. So the fighting games may be a little iffy there. But nevertheless, most of these retro games don't really need that much power to stream. So it's not like we're doing Call of Duty or anything where you need like, some type of, precise inputs. I don't know, maybe because you have some platform games on here too. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, because I'm going to check it out myself, and we'll see. So let me know what you guys think. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to at least 500 subs so far. Just get to 500, and we're going to keep on moving. We're going to be putting more content on the channel. Hopefully you like what you listen to, and I'm just try to make it a little bit more robust. Now I'm going to go to my other channel, and I'm going to do my podcast over there because that's my main channel. Trying to beef up the hobby channel a little bit for you guys because you guys have been subscribing and actually been watching this stuff based on the numbers, and I really appreciate it. So let me know what you guys think about this whole Microsoft thing. I think it's a pretty good deal. I think these guys are doing pretty good for themselves, even though they're in third place. But hey, you got to do something when you're behind, right? I can't knock them. They're doing something and got me interested. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all be blessed. Peace.